Gino, AI is a hot topic at CERAWeek. What's your take on AI?
I think it's going to be the backbone as we continue to transition, the different technology stacks. I think it will be a key part in that transition to provide more value to our customers. Example, APM. We've had AI in the APM stack for quite a while now, so that's already existed. Now we're beginning to flavor in generative AI, so we'll begin to add different levels of AI into the different technology stacks. Another great example is on the Optimax platform. Within Optimax, we've had AI in that stack for over 15 years now. And so from that perspective, what we're going to do there is begin to link it with other technologies. So I think not only are we adding generative AI capabilities to it, but now we're beginning to add, in addition to just the Optimax technology, which does energy management and carbon intensity management, customers are interested in going to that next level. And what we're going to start to do now is link it together with APC, which has AI in it today. And so customers will be able to link process to power consumption to carbon intensity. And so that'll be something unique that we're going to begin to do in this space. So I think as we begin to continue to move forward, AI is going to be in all of our applications, whether it be APM, whether it be MES, whether it be on the process optimization softwares as well in the APC side. But now we're going to be starting to link these technologies together as we continue to move forward, but it's going to be the backbone of everything that we do. It's going to be inherent in the product because customers are expecting it now. That you expect it in you get a new app on your phone, you're expecting it to have that capability. And so we'll continue, with us as well, customers will expecting to have it, and it will be in all of our applications as we continue to move forward.
Now, one of the other new buzzwords in the last couple of weeks and months, Agentic AI.
Oh yeah.
We were chatting about this earlier. Where do you see this thing playing in?
Oh, I think it definitely has a place. I think what the unique thing about Agentic AI is what it's going to enable you to do is begin to link applications. So a lot of times customers will have a use case, and that use case will require a little bit of APM, require a little bit of MES, and require a little bit of sustainability. What Agentic AI is going to be able to do is enable you to link those applications together more seamlessly for the customer. So there's a query that needs to take place. There'll be some AI there'll be some AI processing that's happening in the APM stack, and there'll be some in that MOM MES stack, there'll be some processing that's happening with AI there, and there'll be some processing that's happening within the sustainability stack. And so what Agentic AI enables you to do is run it through those workflows and interrelate the data as it's moving through and add value at each step of the way, and that's what Agentic AI is fantastic for.
You're breaking down the silos.
You're breaking down the silos, 100%.
And I think you were chatting earlier in terms of you don't have to be an expert in any of those systems to suddenly ask a question to go, well, what if, or show me this, or show me that, and
Exactly. Good use case or good example would be, you have a motor that is beginning to have a bearing failure, and you'd like to know that motor that's having that bearing failure, what is it causing you from an energy consumption perspective? Agentic AI can help you draw that correlation. Okay, yeah, and then how's that bearing failure now affecting your carbon intensity? Because you're consuming more energy. Exactly, so your carbon intensity is going up. And so Agentic AI enables you to move through that query using using value from each application and then giving you the response. And so before we'd have to link all those applications together.
I'd be on one app over here, and then I'd go over to this one, and then I'd be over here.
You're not going to have to do that anymore. And so it definitely has a use case for us and our customers, and we'll absolutely be continuing to advance in that area for sure.
Now, I was chatting with a bunch of startups here, some very clever people around. But you will hear, okay, we don't need the human in the loop anymore. The agents will do it all for you, and we'll be brilliant, and whatever.
Yeah.
What's your take on that? Do we need domain expertise?
Oh, it's great. Great question. I get this one all the time too. Mainly from customers that are struggling to find talent, or they have an aging workforce issue, and they're asking, hey, can I really get rid of my workforce? Not really get rid of it, but as they begin to move on, what do I need to do? Well, I still need them. And my answer is, you'll still need them, or you'll need a vendor like ABB who has those domain experts for you, and this is the reason why. because even when we're using machine learning models, we're using them to help advance moving forward, a certain application.
Yep.
and getting feedback on that application. But the challenge is you still have to have someone who knows what the result should be. And because an ML model could get you 80 to 90% of the way there, but if it's wrong, who's going to be there to tell you? And you've got to still have that domain expert to help to tell you. A good example, we've used a machine learning algorithm that was built, got us about 90% of the way there. And the interesting thing was it actually caught some things that our physics-based model didn't catch. And that's what became real interesting, even for the domain expert, that they were able to tune the physics model now to catch the thing that the machine learning model was able to catch but didn't. But there was a reversed side to that too, because it also gave out some stuff that wasn't relevant. And so you still needed that domain expert to tell you what was relevant. So for tuning of physics-based models, fantastic. For tuning of machine learning models, also fantastic. But you still needed that domain expertise, because you have to have someone that can tell you what does good look like. And that's the reason why those people are still going to be highly valued resources for ABB as well as our customers as well.
Now, one thing as well, in your session yesterday, you spoke about, as cool as all the AIs and the agentic whatever, it still comes back to your data, your data foundation. Like,
sure.
You got to have good data, that's key, right?
Yeah, and you're 100% right. I mean, usually when we're getting involved with the customer, they're wanting to jump all the way to us building a solution. And a lot of times what we're working with our customer on is getting that foundation layer right. Because a lot of times data quality is an issue, what's coming in, as well as we may need data that they don't have today, and helping them either put in sensors or figure out where that data is in the enterprise and how do you get that data in. So a lot of times we're working with customers on data contextualization.
Yep.
And contextualizing that data so it's in a data model that we can then consume. So customers are sometimes surprised because they think they can move a lot faster, but once we get that data layer handled, what it enables them to do and us to do is then begin to add more applications.
Correct.
At a very faster rate. So once we do that, and so customers, we're usually helping educate the customer, get the data layer right first, and then once you have that, each time you deploy applications, the time to value is very, very rapidly. And then that data correlation between different applications becomes a lot more easier because they're all using the same data set, same data model. And so that gives the dividends in value too. So you want to use Agentic AI, you still have to have a common data model across, or you're going to have to be redoing data mapping as you're moving through this process. So there is a value in getting that foundational layer right, getting the data quality right, and because it's only going to help you move faster.
Well, it's like anything, you build a house on sand.
Yeah, it's going to sink.
So you got to get the foundation in. Last thing, I suppose, after the couple of days here, anything that surprised you or validated what you're up to?
Yeah, I think, the one interesting thing here for me was, that there is a little bit of a shift in, or we're hearing of a little bit of a shift in sustainability and carbon intensity and emissions and stuff like that. What was refreshing here is almost every customer, in fact, every customer that I was in says, nothing's changing. Maybe the intensity at which they're moving at's changing a little bit, but everyone still wants to make this place a better place than where we're at today. And I think that's refreshing to hear for one. And I think for me, it helps revalidate that, the technology that we're really focused on building, around carbon intensity, carbon injection, energy consumption, all these applications that we're building, there's still a bright future for those technologies, and the good news is in those areas we're number one in the industry in that space. So that feels good that's going to continue to move forward.
No, I agreed. Certainly, what I was surprised with, I suppose, this time as well was the amount of companies talking about all sorts of different carbon capture, carbon sequestration, offsetting, like pure technology in ways of how we can whatever. So I, as I say, that hasn't gone away. There's still money there.
Oh, absolutely. Still opportunity for everyone, including ABB. And I think for customers, customers are still just getting started in a lot of areas in that space. So for us, it's a great opportunity, because a lot of times when we're talking to the customer, we're early in the game and working with them on that. And so it's a great opportunity for us to help them understand that you can be green and you can actually drop to your bottom line, because as you reduce the amount of energy consumption, that drops to the bottom
Yeah.
line, and you become a better global steward.
There's a lot of hype around AI. There's a
Yeah.
lot of reality as well. You know, some
Sure,
of this has been around for
sure,
years.
absolutely.
There's a lot of new things coming. I still think we're only scratching the surface, though.
Oh,
AI,
for
you know.
sure. Still a lot of opportunity in front of us, a lot of new use cases to unfold. So
You said in your session you have 200 already or something.
Oh yeah. In the energy optimization space, we've got somewhere around 200 use cases. I had a customer ask me today how many use cases I could provide. I said, well, I have 200. If you like, I can send you all 200. And the same thing. They're like, okay, well, yeah, just send us a couple in our segment. And I said, yeah, no, not a problem. So in that space, we've been doing energy optimization for so long.
True.
Before it was trendy, and that's the big difference in that space. And so customers, some customers that were early adopters, they've already been recognizing the benefits of energy optimization, and they see how it can drop to the bottom line profits.
Hey, interesting times. Hey, good to see you again.
As
Thank you very
always,
much.
for sure, always.